This is Cynthia Riker from Screen Productions, bringing you a new podcast for my segment called The Secret Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loud, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast will retain some adult language. So anyway, with everything else in this legal out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Lupinranger versus Patoranger. So this episode 4. So basically, it starts off with we see the Patorangers in the car, Pato Green was driving. Turns out the Patorangers were heading to a car and she was headed for a quarantine. Turns out that 15 people had disappeared. So basically, this quarantine that was headed for was 16 people that disappeared disappeared. So basically, Pat the Red thinks that the Genghis gang must be behind these 16 disappearing people. So basically, when they arrive at the quarantine, the mother and father of the victim, who is their daughter, so saying that one minute she was in a room, that minute she disappeared. So basically, the Patorangers checked the girl's room and Pato Pank noticed a stuffed shark on the floor and whatnot, a stuffed shark animal. So basically, she was kind of giddy, like she was kind of she looked kind of happy to see the shark, but she didn't want no, she went back to looking serious. So basically, so Pato Red and Pato Green, say it's like, her window was locked. So basically, I don't know how she disappeared. It's just like the other victims. So basically, Pato Red told the parents that don't worry, we'll find your daughter. So anyway, so basically, so it looked like they were driving back to him. So basically, on their way back to, so basically they were about to drive back to headquarters, and Pato Red was like, how I think that the gang is behind this, but how are they making these people disappear? That's a good question. And that's when Pato Pink told Pato Green to stop the car, and Pato Green was like, well, what is it? So basically, she pointed at a guy who was selling the same stuffed shark that they found in the missing girl's room. He was talking about selling these stuffed animal sharks from his van. So basically, maybe we should question that guy because he found the same stuffed shark in that missing girl's room. So let's question him. So basically, they started to question the guy who was selling the stuffed animal sharks, and that's when the Lupinranger showed up in Ranger mode. It said, that's a good disguise you got there, you gangrene monster. And Lupinranger shot, use a card to reveal that the stuffed animal salesman is actually a gangrene monster who is a shark. So basically, Pato Red Patarangers fight. So basically, like so you making so the Gingrich get behind disappearing the 16 missing disappearing people. So basically, like when Lifting Yellow heard about missing people, she was like she was kind of shocked to hear that that the gang was making people disappear and shit like that. So anyway, so the Patarangers morphed out, and so basically the Patarangers and the Lifting Rangers were fighting each other at the same time, fighting the Shark Monster. So basically, like all the thing we were so basically Lifting Rangers say all we want is the treasure from that Shark Gingrich body shape. So basically, and the Patoranger say all we want is answers from that Gingrich stuff where he dealt with all the missing people. So basically, so basically that it's just basically the Shark Gingrich monster tell me that if you guys try to attack me or try to steal my item from myself, say you'll never see, you guys will never see those 16 missing people again. So basically, like the Lifting Rangers Pathways had no choice but to take the ass whooping from the Gingrich Shark Monster, and he disappeared. So basically, since nothing that the evil team could do, so basically when the Lifting Rangers was leaving the scene, Patrick Pink was like, can you help us out? Can you help us out? You guys seem to be somehow get information about the Gingrich monsters. Can you help us all help to find these missing people? And that's when Lifting said you should take a close look at those stuffed animal sharks, and he left with the others. So anyway, so basically that's when so basically that's when Patrick Peg saying that maybe we should take all so basically all the little people so basically maybe that those stuffed sharks that Gingrich Shark Monster was selling has something to be connected to all the missing people. So anyway, meanwhile back at the Lifting Rangers restaurant, like Lifting Ranger was like, I understand that he wanted to help. I understand. You told them what they need to know about that shark monster and his stuff. About those stuff sharks and all. But still, Lifting Ranger like still, but you still don't ever get information without showing us again. So basically, like, I understand that you wanted to help out the Patoranger and find the missing people, but just don't give out information. Don't give out information like that again. So basically, it's like so basically, it's like so basically, Lifting Red says tried to keep the eyes on the Patarangers to see if they had any lead to find that Gingrich Shark Monster, and that way they can be the first ones to get the treasure from its body shape. So anyway, so basically the Patarangers, all the Patarangers went back to all the quarantine that all the mixed places disappeared from. They found that each of the colonies each had a stuffed animal shark. So basically, while Patrick Red and Patrick Greek were collecting collecting the sharks, Pastor Pink and Giancarlo, the Roblox position, and Mr. Hilltop, where we're scaling the stuffed shark that they found in the missing girl and seeing how it's connected from these missing people disappearing from. So basically, Giancarlo, the Patarangers Roblox Roblox couldn't find anything on YouTube about the stuffed animal shark. So basically he started to get frustrated. So basically, and so was Pastor Pig. So basically, the Commissioner Hilltop was maybe you should take a break, and you too, Giancarlo. So basically, Commissioner Hilltop said, "I'm gonna go get some tea," and Giancarlo was like, "I'm gonna need some more oil." So basically, Pastor Pig was left with the stuffed shark. So basically, it's funny to feel that turns out that Papa Pig is a collector of stuffed animals. So basically, all this time, she reaches this is the urge to hug the stuffed animal shark because she is a collector and loves stuffed animals. So basically, she couldn't fight no more, so she hugged the stuffed animal shark to her face and rubbed it against her face, and she disappeared into a cave somewhere in a cave. So basically, she in this cave were all the missing people and whatnot. Turns out the shark was a type of teleportation device that if you rub your face against the tough shark, you get teleported into a cave somewhere in some mountain cave somewhere. So basically, Peppa Pig ended up in a cage where all the missing people who disappeared into. So anyway, turns out that the Gingrich Shark Monster was under orders to catch the humans from the Gingrich force to do experiments on. So somehow, basically the leader of the Gingrich gang, ordered the shark Gingrich monster to catch the humans. That way they can conduct some type of experiment on the humans. So far we don't know what type of experiment is. So anyway, Peppa Pig managed to use her cage morpher gun to free all the missing people and got them to safety. And that's when the Gingrich Shark Monster showed up, and managed to knock her morpher out of her hand. And so basically, Peppa Pig did her best to. So they have best to fight off the shark monster while morpher, but the Gingrich Shark Monster got the upper hand. So basically, she was hoping that Pat the Green, Pat the Red figure out how to get to her with that stuffed shark. So basically, looked like the shark monster was about to finish her, and that's when Pat the Green and Pat the Red showed up. And they say we figure out that the stuffed shark was a teleportation device. So basically, we figure out how to activate it. So anyway, Peppa Red gave Peppa Pig back her chain morpher gun, and they morphed up and started to battle the Gingrich Shark Monster. So meanwhile, back at so basically, meanwhile, back at the cafe, we see Winston Pink, Winston Pink at the Lupin Rangers restaurant, just sitting there in an empty restaurant all by herself. She's watching the news on her iPad, and the news say that the 16 missing people were found by the Patarangers. So basically, that's when Lieutenant Yellow contacted the other Lieutenant Rangers, and they headed towards the K area where the Patarangers was engaged in the fight against the Gangway Shark Monster. So anyway, basically the Patarangers the Lupin Rangers found the Patoranger fighting the Gangway Shark Monster. They walked up and started to battle, and that's when the foot soldiers showed up, blah blah blah. So basically, so that's when Patrick Payton, targeted. So basically, Patrick Payton was thinking to herself, it wasn't for Luton. We never will figure out where these missing pieces, where the fun. I mean, part of us. Sorry, it wasn't from Luton. We never tipped. We never would have found these missing pieces. So basically, she kicked the Gangway Shark Monster straight towards Lifting Yellow, and she used her Direfighter Zord to open up the Gangway Shark Monster's body shape and got the lifted treasure. So basically, Patrick Payne says that we owe you, that's for your case. So basically, Patrick Payne was just telling in favor, Lifting Yellow Kid helped to find the missing people and whatnot. So basically, Patrick Payne was turning a favor to Lifting Yellow. So anyway, so basically the Shark Monster got very pissed off, and that's when the Good Sharkers showed up and tried to help the Patarangers out, and together with the Good Sharker, the Patarangers fused together and formed Patrick Union and used the power of the Good Sharker along with the Fishy Morpher to destroy the Shark Gangway Monster. But that's when Gosh showed up and used her own listed item to make the Shark Monster grow, and that's when the Patoranger is telling that some days old and combined with the Good Striker and formed the Kaiser Megazord. So basically, but it turns out that the Kaiser Megazord was too slow to keep up with the Gangway Shark Monster. So basically, the Electro Ranger decides to help the Patarangers out a little bit, and that's when the Good Striker was like, combined with the Electro Rangers for Direfighters or to form the lit Kaiser Megazord. So together they managed to take down Shark Monster and save the day. So basically the Good Strike flew off in one direction, and the Little Rangers and the Direfighters flew in another direction. So basically the day was saved and whatnot. So anyway, back at the day was saying. So basically, the monster was destroyed and whatnot. So anyway, the butler, Mr. Cabo, the butler of the mysterious employer of the Lifting Rangers, came to the restaurant and you came to the restaurant, and collect, and put the listed item in the book, and tell them good work. So basically, I'll see you guys, and I'll see you guys again with the next game with Monster Target. So anyway, that's when lifting. Yeah, it was like, so basically, ask Mr. Cargo, will we ever meet your player? Is like, Mr. Kagamo is like, maybe someday, but as of right now, no. So basically, he left with the item stored in the book he carried, where he keeps all the listed items and whatnot. So anyway, back at the back at the Patoranger's headquarters. That's global police headquarters. This case was so basically we're solving this case, but it wasn't. So basically, even though that's a Pato pace, even though that the listeners are fees, but they get help to solve this case out. So basically, and plus, and that is so basically Patoranger I agree, but still, it must have took. But this case must have was hard for you, because I know you was resisting the urge to hug that tough animal shark this whole time. It's like, and that's what Pato Pink looked shocked at that. What do you mean by that? It's like, I know that you have. I know you have a thing to stuffed animals back at the academy. It turns out that Pato Red and Pato Pink were at the academy at the same time, whatnot. Turns out that that Pato Red saw Pato Pink, hugging a stuffed animal that she keeps in her bag and whatnot. So basically, Pato Red said, I know that's the reason why he said that, that you find the urge to hug that stuffed shark this whole case. So basically, Pato Pink was so embarrassed that that her secret, that her stuffed animal secret was known. So basically, Commissioner Hilltop, the robot assistant Gene Carter and Pato Green know about Pato Pink's secret, stuffed animal secret. So anyway, so basically the episode ended with Pato Pink, with her head embarrassing that Pato Red told her secret to everybody in the convention, that her secret about her collecting and hugging stuffed animals. So this is how the episode ended, with Pato Pink being embarrassed that Pato Red revealed the secret of her collecting and hugging stuffed animals. So basically, this episode was not bad. So anyway, like always, this was not a bad. This was a good episode. So anyway, the Cincinnati Michael sign off. 1.